Hello, it's Ivy again. Hope you will enjoy our AIV Talkshow news. Today, I bring you 3 interesting news. 1. Russia moves to recognize crypto as a form of currency. 2. Ubisoft brings Rabbids to the Sandbox Ethereum Metaverse game. 3. Google owner Alphabet is exploring the launch of new Web3 and blockchain-based products, CEO Sundar Pichai says. News number 1. Russia moves to recognize crypto as a form of currency. The Russian government and the country's central bank have reached an agreement to draft legislation to amend existing laws, recognizing crypto as a form of currency, according to a statement on Tuesday. The agreement is a significant reversal after the Bank of Russia proposed banning miners and several other crypto operations over concerns that they can endanger the country's financial system just last month. News outlet Kommersant first reported the announcement on Tuesday. It is understood cryptos are to be classified as an analog of currencies and not as financial digital assets. Legislation will reportedly be drawn up no later than February 18th. Russia's regulation will seek to integrate a mechanism for the circulation of digital currencies into the country's financial system, while ensuring control over credit institutions' cash flows. A rough translation of an accompanying draft document reads, "The establishment of rules for the circulation of cryptocurrencies and control measures will minimize the threat to the stability of the financial system and reduce the use of cryptocurrencies for illegal purposes, since a complete ban on the segment of operations related to their circulation is impossible. Crypto's use as a currency will only be possible following proper identity checks via the country's banking system or licensed intermediaries, while operations exceeding 600,000 rubles or $8,016 must be declared, according to the document. Transactions outside those proposed legal parameters will be considered a criminal offense, and fines are expected to be introduced for the illegal acceptance of cryptos as a means of payment." Officials also said the regulation will ensure the protection of citizens' rights under a licensing regimen aimed at cryptocurrency providers. Providers will need to have financial airbags in terms of liquidity and adequate capital. The complete absence of regulation of this industry, as well as the establishment of a ban, will lead to an increase in the share of the shadow economy, an increase in fraud cases, and destabilization of the industry as a whole, the document reads. There are additional plans to introduce an obligation for market participants to educate Russia's citizens regarding the risks associated with digital assets. Several Russian regulators and lawmakers, including the Ministry of Finance, the Federal Security Service, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Federal Tax Service, and others were involved in the decision-making process. The implementation of the concept will ensure the creation of the necessary regulatory framework, will bring the digital currency industry out of the shadows, and create the possibility of legal business activities, the statement reads. News number 2. Ubisoft bringing Rabbids to the Sandbox Ethereum Metaverse game. Major video game publisher Ubisoft is continuing to explore new frontiers in Web3, today announcing a partnership with the Sandbox that will see the company bring its notable game franchises into the Ethereum-based Metaverse game world. Ubisoft will have its own land plot in the Sandbox's shared online world, which the company can customize and monetize as it sees fit. The publisher will launch its interactive space in the Sandbox and its Rabbids franchise, bringing in blocky recreations of the goofy, rabbit-like alien creatures that users can utilize within the game's Vox Edit and Game Maker tools. The publisher also plans to bring other IP from its sizable stable of popular gaming franchises. Ubisoft's top video game IP includes Assassin's Creed, Just Dance, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, although it hasn't announced which additional IP will enter the Sandbox. The Sandbox is welcoming all creators alike, whether born in Web3 or already established game studios, the Sandbox co-creator and COO Sebastian Bourget told The Crypt. We're pleased to see a company such as Ubisoft embrace the values of decentralization and let fans play with the Rabbids in novel experiences owned by their creators, he added. The moment aligns with our mission to build the open metaverse, where everyone is welcome. The Sandbox is an online metaverse game that lets anyone purchase land plots sold as NFT assets. Users can then build interactive experiences on top of that digital land and even monetize the land by charging money to access games and spaces, or by renting out owned land to other builders. Players can also buy and sell NFTs, as well as utilize external NFT assets. News number 3. Google owner Alphabet is exploring the launch of new Web3 and blockchain-based products, CEO Sundar Pichai says. Google parent Alphabet for the first time publicly embraced Web3 technology on Tuesday, saying it's weighing how to integrate the blockchain-based iteration of the internet. On Web3, we are definitely looking at blockchain and such an interesting and powerful technology with broad applications. So much broader again in any one application, CEO Sundar Pichai said in Alphabet's quarterly earnings call on Tuesday. So, as a company, we are looking at how we might contribute to the ecosystem and add value. Pichai didn't offer any specific glimpses into how exactly the search engine might make use of blockchains, but hinted at uses within its cloud services department. Just one example, our cloud team is looking at how they can support our customers' needs in building, transacting, storing value, and deploying new products on a blockchain-based platform, the CEO said. So we'll definitely be watching the space closely and supporting it where we can. There's a debate about what Web3 is, although it's generally agreed to be an evolution from the internet of today, where Alphabet's search engine is dominant. But the concept is seen by crypto advocates as a stepping stone to the metaverse and an upgrade from the control of Web 2 tech giants like Google. AIV is a high-performance, fully decentralized, and dev-friendly dual-chain network that provides the basic services for the high concurrent computing requirements of Metaverse. AIV has carried out a series of differentiated, cutting-edge designs at the network layer, incentive layer, and the application layer. These innovations aim to meet the requirements of the basic framework, tokenomics, and application of Metaverse.